Seriously.
It adds color. Hi everyone, it's me again with another video, and I'm unashamedly ripping off the BuzzFeed series Worth It. So here we have, how many bottles, Julian?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Former English teacher.
Struggles to get to 4.
I believe this is the fourth one, yeah. Anyway, they're all different prices, going from cheapest to most expensive, so we're going to drink them, we're going to talk about them, and we're going to decide which one is the best value. Not the tastiest, but the best value for the price that it is. So first, Jipyeong, the cheapest one. This is, how much is this, roughly? $1.70? $1.80?
In Korean money, yes. Given the exchange rate, $1.
Anyway, you can get this everywhere. Roughly 1,600, 1,700.
Are there cheaper? Are there Makgeollis cheaper than this?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
not by
the
so
green
much.
bottle stuff's a little cheaper generally. So you can see on the bottle here, there's a picture of a very old building, and that's the brewery out in Yangpyeong.
Have you been there?
Around forever. I went to the station that's before it, and I said, I'm going to walk to that one, but it's so rural, it would take like an hour. So I said, fuck that. Not for Jipyeong. Sorry, Jipyeong. I'm not walking an hour. All right, Julian.
Yes.
Bottoms up. First one.
John, look me in the eyes.
Yeah. It's like the cheap stuff that sucks, but it just bumps it up a little bit. It has that like juicy fruit gum flavor to it though. It's just him drinking silently the entire time. Thoughts?
A bit watery.
Right. It's nothing to write home about. But if it's this and 2 green bottles in the fridge at a barbecue restaurant, I'll happily buy this.
Kind of acidic and sour.
It's more bubbly than I like a little bit. And yeah, it has that juicy fruit gum to it that I actually don't mind in a beer. But there's something artificial. It tastes like an artificial element to it, which I don't really like.
Yes,
but that's
and
what you get for $1.70.
If we read the ingredients, there's much artificial stuff in here. Calcium. Why do they add calcium?
For your bone health.
Aspartame. Aspartame. And some...
Shocking. But out of 10, what would you give this? I'd give it like a 4.
4.
Yeah, which isn't bad, but it's certainly not like... It's kind of... Again.
It's not bad. Just drinking this straight, I cannot do it.
Yeah.
But like with food, if I'm
would...
switching off between food and this drink, it's alright.
Yeah, that's what I mean about the barbecue restaurant. Like, yeah, if I'm at home having makgeolli, I bought this specifically for the video. I would never drink this at home by itself. Yeah. This is, hey, they have Jipyeong. Why not? All right, moving on.
Oh, you go, but with food, it's okay. Now you have to replay that like 10 times. I go. All right, move the camera over here. We'll do it again. I go.
With the BuzzFeed series, they go to restaurants that they've never been to. I'm gonna be honest here and say I've had all these before, so I'm not. Whoa, what's this?
You're in the video.
Unreservedly, I'm gonna admit my bias. I do love this makgeolli. So this is Neurin Maeul.
Everybody loves.
Yeah, even makgeolli snobs have a hard time going, ew, that's, it's only, how much is this? Speaking of, it's only.
It depends, but was it 3,000 won?
I'm going to say 2,600, 2,700.
3,000 won. We'll just say double the price of this.
Roughly, yeah.
If this is
I can agree with that.
If this is like $1.50, this one will be like $3 or so.
Fair.
So it's about double the price.
So this one's interesting because a lot of makgeolli breweries will actually steam their rice. Well, I'll say all of them basically. Steam the rice and then put it in the makgeolli. The Naroo they use, the agent that eats away at the starch and turns it into sugar and then turns it into alcohol, they don't even cook the rice. The Naroo enzyme that they have to break down the starch is so powerful. It's called bio-Naroo. They don't even steam it. They just put soaked, but raw rice in and it eats it up. It's insane. I can't imagine how they made that.
The one thing that's unique about Neurin Maeul compared to these other ones is that it has its own restaurant. And they sell 4 different kinds of makgeolli there. Whereas this is always going to taste the same throughout its lifespan, more or less. This one changes flavor profiles over, I guess, like 18 days, 30 days or so. And you can see here. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, starts off a bit sweet, and then the longer you go, it'll get a bit...
Yes, it starts off
drier,
sweet,
yeah.
and then those sugars are converted into alcohol, so then it becomes a little bit more sour, and you can see the line that goes up and down, like the bell curve, is the carbonation.
Also, it should be noted, the big selling point of this one, it's basically the cheapest makgeolli you can get that has no preservatives in it or like sweeteners. It's literally water, rice, and nuruk. That's it. Is there yeast in it? Do they add yeast, or it's just the nuruk?
Whatever. Kyolmu.
Okay, so they do add yeast, but that's fine. I mean, adding yeast is big. But yeah, no preservatives, no sugars.
Yeah. So this one has aspartame and some weird calcium thing.
Nah, there's
probably just for color. Probably just for color. I don't know.
He thinks calcium, he thinks bones, he thinks white, and that calcium makes it white.
John. And you can see here on the cap, bum bum, no aspartame. That is the Chinese character for no. Or
I was going to say, is that the Chinese character for aspartame? Wow,
no,
what a specific Hanja symbol. Yeah.
Not. What would you rate? It's a lot more drinkable.
I'd give this stuff, I mean, I can't give it a 10.
It's not a 10.
If we're doing strictly enjoyability and taste, I can't give it a 10 because it's not the best makgeolli I've experienced. But I'll give it like an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
low 8,
totally great. Yeah. Low 8. Yeah,
it depends.
Yeah. Now, this one's interesting. This is called Naroo Makgeolli. This is actually the only makgeolli brewery in Seoul that sells in bottles that you can buy at stores. I would never say that no one brews makgeolli in Seoul. That doesn't make any sense. But as far as breweries go that bottle and distribute their makgeolli, this is the only one in Seoul, which is very bizarre to think about. 10 million people, and they're the only ones. Very bizarre.
Why is that?
It's, well, if you're going to run an operation to brew on a scale, right?
Yes.
I mean, do it in the countryside. Anyway, we need to talk about the price for this one.
Okay.
So this is what, like $7 roughly?
Yeah, $7. Yeah,
$7.50, somewhere in there.
So
we've basically doubled and a bit.
We'll just say double the price because this bottle's also a little bigger. It evens out.
Yeah, no, that's true. This is 900 and what do you say, 35 milliliters?
Yeah,
you are getting a bit more.
It says on the front.
Not that
3.5.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't hate. I that sounds like I hated the smell. I don't, but.
Oh. That's what I heard. Mouthy feel. It's a lot smoother.
Smooth, yeah.
It's a lot smoother than this. And also, I would say, it's even smoother than this one.
What's the percent on this? 6, okay. These are all roughly 6.
It's a lot lighter. It's almost like the same, I guess, watery quality as this one. But I would say, quality-wise, there's more flavor to it. There's more depth.
And less offensiveness. Like offensive flavors. Like I kept talking about that juicy fruit flavor.
Not that it's so offensive. It's just like, it's not indicative of quality.
It's like people who complain about
rice
Cass.
Product.
It's like Cass doesn't taste bad. It's just boring as fuck. Like people complain about Cass, and I get why.
You have to beep that.
It doesn't taste bad. It just is boring as shit. Yeah.
They're gonna deport me.
Sorry, Gordon Ramsay.
K-Grab left Korea 2 months after making this video.
So today we're trying Canadian beer. Seeing as I've been kicked out of the country. I know we're supposed to at the end talk about, but we've had 3 of them so far. So we can talk, kind of compare. I wouldn't compare the first 2 a lot, but we've had 3. Let's do, yeah. As far as price goes, this simply isn't worth being almost, 2.5 times this one, essentially?
Yeah.
Or twice as much? It simply isn't.
I mean, for the same price, you could get 2 of these.
Right. Yeah.
It's like the same size, but both Neurin Maeul.
Yeah.
Which we said is like a high 7, low 8.
Yeah.
Really good.
This isn't a rip-off per se, but it certainly
different.
isn't. Yeah. I have this once in a while. This is probably the 4th bottle I've had in my life, I guess. I don't buy it that often, but I don't hate it.
Maybe the 100th.
Okay. I don't even think I've had 100 bottles of makgeolli, of all makgeollis. Yeah.
Which one have you drank the most, do you think, in your entire life?
Without question.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And it wasn't even that available until, I don't know.
If you go to the brew pub, like we talked about earlier, you can get all you can drink this for $10.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Very good deal.
Amazing deal. All right, so this brings us to our last one. So now this is quite a different beast, because it's at the top of the pack price-wise. What's this worth? $12?
If you go to Emart, it is 15.
Is it?
Yeah. But at some stores, stores you can find cheaper, for like 12, 13.
I'm thinking of the 9. This is 12.
The 9%.
I'm thinking of the 9% one. That's why I said 12. Yeah.
But also, if you go to a restaurant all of these will be double or triple the price. Like at a restaurant, this would be 20 something, maybe even 30.
Yeah, easily
like $25
to 28 somewhere.
Yeah,
Easily,
like super
easily.
crazy prices. But at the store, if you buy it from the brewery itself, it'll be much cheaper.
All you have to do is go to the ass end of the country. So I've actually been to this brewery.
They'll ship it to you straight to your door.
I drink enough without getting booze shipped to me. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Anyway, I've been to the brewery. Great little place out in the countryside. I mean, they're all out in the countryside, barring this one. But yeah, super cool owner. This is, again, one of those, like, ancient buildings like I talked about in the last video, like we mentioned here. You know, you go and it's like the wooden shingles. It was literally built in, like, 1920. Again, Japanese occupation.
Oh, the building.
My favorite
the building's still
Japanese
standing?
occupation is salaryman. Anyway, thoughts on Haechang?
I like anime voice actors, to be honest.
Weeb.
It has nothing to do with weeb. I just appreciate beauty.
There's a Japanese adult movie joke in here somewhere. There's definitely a Japanese porn joke in here somewhere.
There are male voice actors too.
Whatever floats your pixelated dick.
Color difference.
Anyway.
Can you tell? No.
This one is like super fucking white. Look at that. Oh, that's the bottle. Okay.
Yeah, but that's also what the Makgeolli looks like.
It does, basically. All right, so last
So what
one.
is on the... What?
No, mark out of 10. So what did we get? I gave this a 4. I give this an 8. I'll give this like a
6 or 7.
6. Yeah.
I'll give it a 6.
Which isn't bad,
actually.
but yeah, for that price, I want more. This is the most sour one by a country mile. Yeah. Oh yeah, and right there on the end. Woo.
Very nice.
Yeah.
A lot more depth of flavor. It's more complex.
I'm getting like a melony kind of thing in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the sour.
There's like a tart lemonness to it.
I will say that it's more sweet in the beginning, right, immediately after they bottle it, and that over time within the bottle it changes. The flavor profile changes. All of these three change, pretty, in a similar way. They become more sour over time.
Yeah, the whole point of this one is that it doesn't. You know exactly what you're getting for $1.70. Yeah.
The other thing is because it is 12%, it is also a lot more thick.
Thicker even.
Yes, a lot more thick. So 12 dough. Here it says 12 dough. This one has less water in it. Now I love water. I drink water.
I'm mostly made of water.
No,
There's water in the air.
No, I love water. I drink water every day. Water is my #1 drink.
This
Even
video
tea.
brought to you by Maeul. He's still wearing the jacket. I just realized.
It gives me authority for everything I say.
You were the model for the bottles and he never took it off. Okay.
So we were.
I look like shit.
That's a beautiful shirt.
Thank you.
70s dad.
Subscribe to my second channel for more fashion tips.
Yeah, so you thought that the one variable that we were controlling was price, right? $1, $3, whatever,
So,
$6,
yeah,
$12.
if you want to be specific.
However, there's another variable here that you did not control.
Go on.
6% alcohol, 6% alcohol, 6% alcohol, suddenly 12.
Yeah, but we only drank half as much of this.
Yeah, but the flavor, like
I'm joking, by the way.
Zeno's paradox.
If we drank half as much, then that's
Wait.
6%. Okay, actually, what we can do is, let's make our most worth one, which, judging from what you've heard us say, you can probably guess what it is, but I'm going to pick Neurin Maeul as far as value goes.
Off camera is also choosing Neurin Maeul.
But for this one, what price, I mean, not what price.
What's a fair price for this?
No, what would, rating, what number would you give for it?
Oh, God, no editing's going to fix this video, is it?
Huh?
What would I give this out of 10?
Ask the question again.
Just based on taste?
Just based on taste. Strong 8.
I'm going to say a high 7.
You think it's worse than this?
Yeah.
Me too.
It's a little more sour than I like, which is, of course, a personal preference, but...
I would say this...
And I don't mind sour makgeollis, but it doesn't
Yeah.
float my boat as far as flavor goes. Yeah.
I would say,
it is nice, though.
I would say this bottle in particular is worse than, let's just say, lower than this one. However, I think if you get maybe a really late Neurin Maeul bottle and a really early
Haechang.
Haechang bottle, then I think it's possible that this one, we might rate it higher.
Fair play. Again,
so
yeah.
that's another
things
variable
are- yeah.
that Kevin Grab did not account for here.
I didn't study at all. Thank God you're here. No, tell you what, no, you're right. I gave this a 7, and when I said high 7, I will change that to an 8.
I would say 8.
Yeah, which I'll give it the same as this.
So we agreed that this is the most value purchase of makgeolli.
Worth it, I believe is the word that I use.
Let's just say if you had $20 to spend on makgeolli, better to buy 6 bottles of this.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I'd say buy 3 of those
And
one of these or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
Or 2 of these, 1 of these, and then half of if that makes any sense.
Given the rating, given the high rating that we gave this, based on assuming that these are rated the same, depending on the bottle, this one costs how much? Like 5 times cheaper.
Then this one.
Yeah. 3,
6
6,
times.
9, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay, yeah. I keep
Anyway,
saying
5
250.
times
I'd
cheaper.
say 250, but
So this one is 5 times more expensive, but is it 5 times more delicious? I don't think so. It's maybe
these are the things that keep Julian up at night.
It's maybe 3 times more better.
Just better. More thick, more better.
Rhetoric.